Wealth isn't always measured in numbers. Sometimes it's lingers after you've left the room. Welcome to Kaleidoscope Scent, the Scent Index, where luxury meets discipline and aroma builds legacy. This is the Winter 2025 Index. 10 winter fragrances that are too smart for all the hype. First up, we have Masculin Pluriel, perfumed by Mason Francis Kirkjohn in 2014. Masculin Pluriel is lavender, vetiver, and leather built on structure. It's the definition of composure. It's what stability smells like. It's the tailored suit in your scent portfolio. So I wanted to start today a fougère that will actually cut through the winter cold. So I chose Masculin Pluriel from MFK. Let's get a whiff of this real quick. David, remind me to flip these upside down moving forward. We get that in the comments. Such a sharp, clean, barbershop, elegant, class. This is gonna cut through the cold. Very sharp, very elegant. One of my favorite barbershop fragrances as I get older, I'm really starting to come around this stuff. So check this one out. Masculin Pluriel from the house of MFK. Next up, from our base assets, we have Tobac Nomade from Houbigant Paris, perfumed by Antoine Lee in 2024. Tobac Nomade is golden tobacco, saffron, and honey folded into amber and leather, a warm accent with steady returns that's foundational luxury for the winter season ahead. Hit me, David. Ooh. This is a brand new release, 2024. So in this, you are gonna get one of the best honey tobaccos. You know, Guerlain's honey tobacco honey, that's great as well. You're gonna pay a hefty premium for that. But from a luxurious house, I think they created the first fougère in, I think it was the 1800s, late 1800s. Very thick, very syrupy. I picked this up in New York. Such an elegant, tobaccoed, honey, thick, syrupy. Man, you gotta check this out for the winter. This is gonna like flourish in the cold. So guys, check it out. From the house of Houbigant, it is Tobac Nomade. Next up, from our mid-performers, we have Faces of Francis from Vilhelm Parfumerie, perfumed by Bertrand Duchefort in 2023. Faces of Francis is aldehyde, saffron, painted over pistachio and driftwood. It's nostalgia turned strategic, the scent of memory with momentum. Oosh, oh, bro, we're getting good. So next up, I gotta tell you about Vilhelm Parfumerie. I've actually been in, I won't mention any names, but I've been in perfumeries where they'll have their Vilhelm Parfumerie section lined up and they try to stray me away from that section. Dear Polly is a great fragrance. For My Father is a great fragrance. Oud Affair is a great fragrance. I hadn't really kept up with them since this was released. I picked this up in November of 2023, so I had some great scent memories with this. But man, the saffron, I should get, for some odd reason, there's a pistachio note in here, but man, this gives me like a, oh, David, I did it again, man, flipped upside down. I don't even know why they do that. Somebody please drop in the comments why that's even like a big thing. Man, I get a pullback version of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I also get hints of Side Effect in this. David, smell this real quick, bro. Smell that. You whiff. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that? Don't take too long. Go ahead.
Man, I get like leather out of that.
Leather?
Yeah.
I could see that. You get the cherry note?
Yeah.
It's like a lighter cherry.
It's a lighter cherry.
Remember I let you smell Lost Cherry the other day? Okay. So the only pain in the ass about Vilhelm Parfumeries is storing these things. I obviously have everything dress by dress. I'm a military man, I'm OCD a little bit to a fault. With that being said, these things are actually really hard to store because, you know, they're not really compact and they sit like on a shelf. I could get 5 bottles in a row of Amouage. I'm only get like 3 of these, but check this house out, man. Dear Polly, that's kind of a slept on fragrance as well. I didn't really purchase that. I do have Oud Affair and I do have For My Father, which is amazing. So guys, check this out. I'm pretty sure you can find these for affordable price right now. Faces of Francis from Vilhelm Parfumerie. Bro, we're cracking. Let's go. Secondly, for our mid-performers, we have Sugar Leather from Nuit Nomade, perfumed by and Sophie Behagel in 2021. Sugar Leather is suede and benzoin tempered by vanilla and white musk. It's subtle sweetness that never asks for attention. It earns it. Hit me, brother. No, it's like MJ and Scottie Pippen. Guess who I am now?
Scottie Pippins.
Somebody's gonna drop narcissist in the comments like they did last time. Man, yeah. Nuit Nomade. Fire. Estrella de Mañana de Extrait. Fire. New bottle design.
Got it!
This is very unisex, leaning more masculine. I will say this, but I could tell your significant other, they'll want to rock this as well too. The suede, the sugary suede, the vanilla, the musk. Man, David, they have some great releases I need to check out. I think their straights were like $195, but Sugar Leather, you're really gonna get that vanilla and white musk. Sugar Leather for Nuit Nomade. And thirdly, from our mid-performers, we have Meydan from the House of Spirit of Dubai. The perfumers from Spirit of Dubai are relatively in-house. Little is known about the actual perfumers. Meydan is saffron, lavender, and tobacco in royal balance. It's heritage modernized. Their portfolio is bridged between tradition and trend. Hit me, come on. Man, that was a good. So, let's talk about Spirit of Dubai. Yes, there's saffron, there's leather, there's tobacco, there's a million notes in Spirit of Dubai fragrances. The only thing is, man, I don't know what it is. People call these beast mode fragrances, like all the Spirit of Dubais. I just don't get that from them. Maybe I'm overspraying. My usual 9 to 10 sprays is, maybe a little bit, I'm going to Nosnik or nose blind to it, but, I typically like to layer Meydan. But it is a great fragrance, and I'll tell you what. So what I get in this right out of the gate, and they have beautiful bottles, by the way. Does that look a little bit overdone to you though sometimes? Yeah, it does. I don't know if I'm crazy about this. And I actually bought this as a open box. Now, I do want to try Oud from them. I've seen that at a good price. That's $849 fragrance. I've seen it for like $250. I do want to try their Oud. I'm thinking of comparables for this. I'm really trying to think of who, there's not an actual fragrance that that has the saffron, the lavender, tobacco, but they put, man, if you go on Parfumo, there's like 30 notes. Tell me what you get in that, man. I mean, I do love that for the winter though. I get that tobacco note, but it's really hard. Just as a heads up, Spirit of Dubai fragrances, like they constantly evolve, but they do it quickly. So it's a menagerie of notes and there's a lot of transitions within the fragrance. That is one thing that I do like about them. But I'll tell you, man, about the 5 or 6 hour mark is about as much longevity as I get out of these. So what do you get, my friend? Wrapping it up.
Tobacco, chocolate, and dark cherry. Those are the three notes.
Doesn't get chocolate. There's chocolate? Let me smell that right here, though.
I smell chocolate.
Let me smell it one more time. Really changed from the opening spray on this. But I typically like to layer this with Vanilla Barca Attar from Amouage, which is one of the best Attars. It's one of the best vanillas I've ever smelled. Created by, once again, who do you think it's created by, Dave?
Cecile Rogan.
Oh my God, this guy is on point. So, guys, if you do have a chance, these are heavily discounted on Jomer Shop. I've seen them on Sense Angel. I've seen them on Olfactory Factory. These are heavily discounted right now. So it is worth the purchase price below the $200. So we have Meydan from Spirit of Dubai. Check this one out. First up in our top liquid assets, we have Tonka Hysteria from D'Orsay, perfumed by the now infamous Jordi Fernandez in 2023. Tonka Hysteria is cacao, tonka, and cedar. It's comfort with composure. It's proof that sweetness can still speak the language of discipline. Hey, bro. Gotta give him higher. I actually picked this up. I've been frontloading this fragrance for a long time. So with that being said, what I get in this, obviously, the cacao is gonna hit you first with a blast. You gotta love tonka. David, I had this on the other day. This was heavily tonka. So you are gonna get that sharpness right out of the get-go. It dries down though, what I could say, it dries down to a nice cedar note. You do get the cacao at the opening. The tonka is in the forefront and is the main character, but the dry down, man, I get that cedar wood. And I'm a big fan of anything like cedarwood, sandalwood. I love, touching on this again, Santal 33 was probably like one of my very first niche purchases, and that's heavy on sandalwood. But man, this is a good fragrance. D'Orsay is knocking out some bangers right now. I do want to explore their line a little bit more. I think they have a rose fragrance as well that's supposed to be heavenly. But guys, you gotta love Tonka if you like this, hence the name. Tonka Hysteria from the House of Dorsey, another Jordi Fernandez banger. Moving on, our top liquid assets. We have Galeli, a relatively new fragrance from the new house Aurora Don that absolutely blew me away. This is a 2024 release. With Galeli, we get ink on parchment paper. Sounds crazy, but it works. Smoked jasmine, moonlit cedar, intellect rendered sensual, the philosopher's cake on pure power. I love the oud note in this, by the way. All right, Dave, be careful. Henny row. Perfect. Ghost, face, killer. No one can get illa. People in my clan in the front and the back. Okay, I gotta tell you guys. This, you gotta bleep that out. This is, bleep that out too. This is a phenomenal fragrance. I rocked this all day yesterday. Fragrance this on like what, 1 o'clock? Aurora Don sent us 4 fragrances. 4 amazing. The rose fragrance they sent us is pure fire. What I give with Galeli, ooh, Dave, let me give you one here too. Let me give you a hit. You guys have to visit the website. It's auroradon.com. And make sure you go to Galeli. You know what's crazy? These are Esprit de Parfums. So Esprit de Parfum is the middle line between an extrait and an eau de parfum. The longevity on this, oh, I just ran it up my nose, David. The longevity on this is crazy. I was working out, I've been working out late at night right now, like 9, 10 o'clock, just taking my time doing business with clients, and I could do 3 things at once. But why are you laughing, bro? I said you could do 3 things at once. What's so funny about that? What's so funny about that?
Pause.
We get that ink note right at the beginning. I mean, the cool thing about this, I was an imagery of a philosopher with a bunch of wood-bound books behind him.
Ink on paper is the perfect description.
But it dries down. I get a little bit of funk in this. I get that oud note, which is phenomenal.
But it's on the back rather than the front.
This is a new house, guys. I knew nothing about this. They reached out to David and I, and they sent us 4 fragrances yesterday that are freaking phenomenal.
One of them's Romeo, that's the rose one.
Romeo is the rose one. We'll lay them down in the description as well. Guys, check them out. They are entering the niche realm at a very, it's a 325. I think this is 375. I think this one was 375. And it makes sense. Look at the notes, look at the ingredients within this. I don't get BS ingredients. I get naturals. And again, my scent of the day yesterday was Osmond's Risk. I was a little confused because I had Risk on this hand. I had Galeli on this hand. The mid was very similar. This one's ran down to a more prominent, and Osmond has some great oud in her stuff. This was a more prominent oud. I told David yesterday, I'm skeptical because, man, I like dark fragrances, right? And I was like, this can't be funky. I was like, they're all like good funk and oudiness. Galeli from the new house, new fragrance, new line, new niche, Esprit de Parfum, Galeli from Aurora Don. They're gonna make some noise, I'm telling you. Rounding out our top liquid assets, we have Smoke from Akro, perfumed by Oliver Cresp in 2018. Smoke is smoke. It's tobacco, birch tar, and benzoin. It's pure rebellion. It's redefined, projection measured, never reckless, the aroma of control, and pure smoke. All right, David, let me go toss some of this. Bro, how? This was the smallest bottle, dude. What the frick? This guy with smoke. Dude, it's gonna smell like a bonfire in here. Everyone loves By the Fireplace from Maison Margiela. And that's what they're known for. They have Bake, which smells like a fresh pastry straight out of the oven. They have Ink, which smells exactly like ink. It's named Smoke. It smells like pure smoke. When would I rock this? I would rock this with a black turtleneck, black jeans, black Chelsea boots, Tom Ford head to toe, and a black, distressed, aged, beaten up leather jacket. Get that. It does have a nice little, it does have the tobacco note that kind of arrives in the mid.
Reminds me of Skull.
He's off on this one. This is pure smoke. Pure smoke. I'm talking if you're sitting at a bonfire. You could go with By the Fireplace on Maison Margiela. If you want to amped up and you want to be a little bit more of a badass, check out this beautiful Oliver Cresp creation, Smoke, from the House of Akro. The other thing off-putting about them, I just don't like their bottles. What do you think? I don't like their bottles, though.
Plain.
Yeah, you get a lot of pack. You get a lot of pack of punch in this little tiny bottle. David, if you Smoke from the House of Akro. But we're getting some videos gonna be funny. And rounding out today's video, we have the Attar Leather Sadah perfumed by Cécile Zarokian in 2021. Leather Sadah is pure leather and oud. It's folded into vanilla patience. The devotional side, discipline. Wealth that actually waits. All right, David Hibbig, should he toss this attar? Should he toss it? The only thing about these attars, man, they're hellacious to get out of the bottle. I actually poked my, don't even pause me. I actually poked my dabber and it knocked the hole out. I don't want to put this on today because I layered Oud Alia from Amouage with Crown of Mamar from Algabra Parfums. This stuff, I'm gonna be dead honest. I first wore this like 2 weeks ago. I've had this for a minute. I think it's actually available on Amouage's website, but I've had this for maybe, I'd say 6 to 8 months. But man, wow, another Cécile Zarokian home run. Guys, the leather in this, I get a little bit of saffron, oud. I mean, they only put 4 or 5 notes. These pure perfume oils that are 12 mLs. 1, 2, 3, 4, dab, rub them on the wrist, get them heated up. David, put a little dab on that on the back of your hand and just kind of do your favorite thing you like to do. He'll put the most beautiful atomizer and do like this once he sprays it over. So, what do you think, bro? Don't wait on us. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me smell it first.
Cool.
No, it smells good. It's a very you fragrance. It's very
Let me very.
it just smells like something that you would wear. I get like vanilla, oud, and leather. Those are the 3.
It's beautiful. Yeah, the leather and oud are very prominent. It's almost as if you took vanilla barca and oud alia and just layered those together. That's what I get with this. I gotta tell you a quick story and we'll move on, but I had all my attars. We usually take them in the office, so we're migrating fragrances back and forth to the office. I had, I think it was called Tribute. It was an Omani exclusive from the Attar line from Amouage. I paid a pretty premium for that. I love my son, but he's obsessed with my fragrance collection, so he's always migrating from the studio back to the movie room, making his own little fragrance collection. He's getting taller by the day. I jacked up the dabbers on these, or a couple of them. He grabbed Tribute and he spilled it all over where I produced my music at. Man, I dabbed it up with a towel. My whole downstairs smells like Tribute from Amouage. And that is a very masculine, hefty fragrance. So, love my son. You can't be mad. He's a beautiful big boy. But my whole downstairs smells like that attar. That's just how powerful these are. Guys, if you get a chance, I've been able to find some of these on discounters. It may be a while till you find Leather Sadah, but check this one out. Another Cécile Zarokian creation. Secondly, for our legacy layers, we have Nocturnality by the House of Arquiste, perfumed by Rodrigo Flores Rowe in 2024. Nocturnality is blackcurrant, iris, and suede glowing over amber and tonka. It's midnight composer, the scent of peace after a day's progress. The last fragrance we're going to talk about today. Everyone's familiar with Almond Suede from the House of Arquiste. I think Maison Margiela has a new fragrance that might be called Under the Stars. Like, thinking about it in advance, I think it would be the same thing on the list as this. The blackcurrant, the iris. This is beautiful. This does, it does remind you of nighttime. Almond Suede, I will be honest with you. I thought Almond Suede was going to be a little bit more of a gourmand, but it's kind of, you get a lot of leather in that fragrance. You get a lot of suede. Yes, for the winter months, I think this would be a good date night fragrance. I don't think it would be extremely off-putting to the opposite sex. All right, come with you, bro. For some reason, I do get a little bit of fruitiness in here as well. I don't know if it's the blackcurrant.
There's a fruity note at the top.
This is a nighttime fragrance. My hip hop, my production, my knowledge of hip hop records goes way deep into the archives. If I were to compare this to an album, this would be Midnight Marauders from A Tribe Called Quest. I would rock this, put some headphones on. This gives me Midnight Marauders energy and vibes. But this thing is very peaceful, it's very meditative. But what are you getting as it dries down? Is it transitioning anymore for you? You think there's anything that would pop?
I don't know why I keep getting like grapefruit. Does that?
That's a good thing. Yeah. You're that's the blackcurrant. You're getting that fruitiness in there as well too. But it does have some darkness to it. I think that's a good first date scent. I mean, I don't think it would be extremely offensive or anything. I think everyone could pull that off. So yeah, check this one out, guys. fairly priced for a niche house. Nocturnality from the house of Arquiste. I gotta put shaker in my blood. Just go Nocturnality. Nocturnality from the house of Arquiste.
Oh God, that's like a grenade.
Good job, put that in the video. So what we try to do with our early 10 winter fragrances was give you something out of the norm. You know, you're gonna typically see like Overture from Amouage. You're gonna see run-of-the-mill fragrances that everyone is bigging up or speak about on Fragcom. David and I really try to go out the box. Like, we try to give you scents that are under the radar. Like, I grew up on hip hop. I didn't listen to a lot of what was on the radio. I grew up on Tribe Called Quest. I grew up on De La Soul. I grew up on Nas, Illmatic, before Nas really blew up. I grew up on, you know, a lot of early stuff that was underground hip hop. And that stuff, it never leaves the essence of true hip hop. Like, people still go back and listen to the albums from 1993 to 1996. I think some of these fragrances are gonna capture that same experience for you. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to link timeless fragrances, not just something that's here today and gone tomorrow. I don't wanna smell like I'm gonna fit in the crowd. I don't want people to know, hey, this guy smells like Imagination. This guy smells like Baton Rouge. This guy smells like
Santal 33.
Santal 33. You know, I do like that fragrance. So that's always gonna be deep in my heart. But we're trying to give you guys timeless essence. Think outside the box. Create your own fragrance style. Create your own fragrance portfolio. Or you can fit in, if that's your vibe, you can do that as well too. But in both finance and fragrance, the reward belongs to the patient. Each note is a position. Each layer a dividend in presence. Build your portfolio the way you build legacy. Intentionally, sustainability, and screw all the hype. This is Kindscope Scent, the scent index, where confidence meets chemistry and
every note compounds character.
this guy, awesome. Subscribe today, drop some of your favorite winter scents, some of your duos, trios. We're always excited to hear. We try to get to the comments as quick as we can, and thank you for the continued support. I feel like we're filling a void that's not in the Fragcom space right now. Thank you, David, for everything you do. Thank you guys for continuing to tune in, give us positive comments, or even like the negative ones. So keep it coming. So subscribe today, and lastly, start doing your portfolio presence. Take care, guys.